Clean Living Chicks. Welcome to our Clean Living community.
Yes, welcome, and we're so excited today. We have a great show planned for you. Today is day 3 of our 12 days of gratitude, and today we're going to be sharing with you, we're going to talk about the 5 highly toxic chemicals that are in your makeup products.
Yeah.
So these are toxins that you are putting on your face every single day. And they're highly toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are going to be, so I want to open up with a quote first. We have our quote of the day. And this one I just love. This one says, "Some people grumble that roses have thorns. I am grateful that thorns have roses." So I love that.
That's a
Gratitude.
good one.
Yeah, just go right back to that gratitude. So I am really excited about this episode because these toxins we're really putting on our skin every single day and ingesting them as well. So Terry's going to start and talk about our first harmful chemical that we find in our makeup products.
Yeah, and I think too, it's unbeknownst to us. I mean, what we don't know, we don't know, you know? So our whole goal is just to give you some tools in your toolbox so you can maybe flip the label around next time and go, huh, that's in there. Or look at what you're using right now and chalk off these ingredients and say, okay, there's 4 or 5 of them in one product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I know, I didn't even really think to look in my makeup. I just really didn't consider it to be harmful.
Yeah.
You know, before I really was educated about the toxins in all of our products. So
Yeah, I love that. So the first one is phthalates, and of course I get the I get the rough words, but they're a group of chemicals that are disruptive to the endocrine system, and that's the endocrine system is responsible and related to hormone function. So those two things are closely related. And so such interferences that phthalates can do is they can lead to developmental, reproductive, and neurological damage. Now, this is possible, but that's what these ingredients are linked to. Mm-hmm. And they're in everyday products that we're using. Like, they say the average person uses 163 products, you know, within their house, their everything. Mm-hmm. So phthalates, and then, so that's the first one.
And so the second one we have is lead. And so we know that lead is harmful. We took it out of our pencils. We took it out of our paint. We don't paint with it. So it is in our foundation, lipsticks, and even whitening toothpaste. And so that's just, crazy that we can't, there's laws against lead paint, but not necessarily when it comes to our cosmetics. So lead is a proven neurotoxin linked to miscarriage, reduced fertility, and delays the onset of puberty for females. So about 7 years ago, the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics found lead in over half of the 33 brands of lipstick they tested.
Wow.
And you think, lipstick is something we put on a couple times a day, you know? And even young girls too. So yeah, that was just, crazy.
The other thing, like, you might be thinking, well, how do you know this? And we did our research. Arbonne has an ingredient policy, but did you guys know that the FDA does not require cosmetic companies to conduct safety testing? So they don't require them to. And so they are very keen and very smart on what they can use to hide these ingredients in the products that they're using, because they just the end point for them is to sell to you. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And then also the shelf life of the product is important too. If they put out a whole bunch of product and they're expiring or going bad on the shelf, that's not really good for their company as well, or their bank accounts, I guess.
Yeah. So parabens is I think it's one of the more common one that's widely known, but a lot of people don't really know exactly what it is. They're actually, this is funny, they're famous. So one class of ingredients you should avoid is parabens. It mimics estrogen. It mimics estrogen. Also, too, it's one of the most widely used preservatives in cosmetics and that's what it is. It's a preservative to prolong shelf life and that deterioration of those products, and it absorbs into your skin. We talked about the skin being the largest organ in the body, and how what we put on our skin absorbs in, and those things absorb into the skin. The other thing is the European Commission on Endocrine Disruption lists parabens as Category 1 priority substance because of the evidence that they interfere with hormone function. So that's like #1 category for the things that you should be looking for. So really, and know that you will post different terminologies for the things that we're talking about, but know that you can go and you can look it up for yourself, and there's different names and there's different types of parabens, and they may try and mask it as a lot of these products as other ingredients. So
yeah, I know, that's scary. I always think category 1, it like reminds me of like a hurricane or something. Like category 1 sounds really bad.
Right, and also, you know what they said, that parabens have been found in breast cancer tissue. So that's another thing, you know, just to be really cognizant about.
Yeah, and these products are just allowed to be, or these chemicals are just allowed to be in the products that we use every single day. So the next one is PEGs, or polyethylene glycols.
She finally got a hard one.
I did, finally got a hard word. So these are petroleum-based compounds that are used to thicken, soften, and gelatinize cosmetics, making them a common ingredient in cream-based products. So the main issue is that they are often contaminated with ethylene oxide and dioxane. So ethylene oxide is known as a human carcinogen, potentially harmful to the nervous system and human development. So these are huge things.
Yeah.
I mean, huge.
Well, petroleum-based products, I mean, mineral oil, lanolin, petrolatum, they're made from an occlusive oil. They're made from the same oil that gasoline's made out of.
That powers our cars.
Yep.
And our bodies can't digest it. I know it accumulates in our stomach. There's some crazy statistic that, you know, I don't know, so many pounds of petroleum will be in your system by the end of
Dr. Oz even talked about it on a show
a long time ago. Dr. Oz.
And it's like how all the organs had a fine layer of mineral, you know, petroleum, mineral oil on them, because it stays there,
It just
you know.
doesn't, it can't go anywhere.
And it also stops the skin from functioning as it's supposed to. It's like putting saran wrap on your skin and expecting your skin to breathe, detoxify, and eliminate what it's supposed to do and stay healthy. I mean, if you wrap it up so long, it's not even going to be able to breathe.
Yeah, closing off all those pores. And really that's the detoxifying process through your skin, is through your pores. And so by putting petroleum, you think of like Vaseline. If you put Vaseline on your skin, it's not going to be able to breathe at all.
Yeah, and these are #1, #2, #3 ingredients in most products. And a lot of people, it feels really slippery and it makes you feel like you're hydrating your skin, but you're actually just doing, it's actually mineral oil is the second most aging thing for your skin, second to the sun. So crazy,
and it's
right?
in everything.
Yeah, and they don't have to worry about what they're putting it in because no one's checking.
There's no regulations.
Right.
So that's scary.
So here's another one that I really want to touch on is formaldehyde-releasing preservatives. So when chemicals break down, they release harmful formaldehyde gas. Ew, that's just so wrong. It's known as a carcinogen by the U.S. Health Department and Human Resources and the International Agency for Research on Cancer. So another term for it is Corturianium-15 is one of the most common ones. It's used in mascara, pressed powders, eyeliners. So think about that. All of those things are really close. I mean, like mascara, that's close to your eyes. Ooh, that's so, it just grosses me out. In addition to potentially causing cancer, this ingredient can cause skin sensitivities and irritation. We talked about those irritations. And belongs to a class of compounds called quaternary ammonium compounds, or quats. So this is another thing that you can educate yourself on as well. So the FDA, the European Union, FDA compared to the European Union. So the European Union, which we are bound by, that's what Arbonne follows in our ingredient policy. That's what our standard is, but I'm going to tell you something really cool in a second. Banned 1,328 chemicals from cosmetics. The FDA did.
In Europe.
In Europe, yes, sorry. And then in the U.S., we only have 30 that are banned. 30. We just gave you 5. And a lot of these, there's more, you know, there's a ton more, but these are one of the most, you know, things that you're going to see and widely see. So
it's so scary how unregulated it is. And just, you know, I mean, you would think, especially going out and buying an expensive product, you know, you think that all of this testing is going on, and you think, you know, you're just assuming that it's good for you and good for your skin, and really it can be so harmful, not only to your skin, but to your whole body. I mean, your brain and your hormones and reproductive and all of that stuff.
True. And I think sometimes people think big brand name on a store shelf, on a magazine, in a magazine,
in
makes it better. It's actually not true. And so we just want to give you some tips on that. So rendering plants, I'm not going to go into the whole story of rendered plants because it's really icky.
Yeah.
But I do challenge you to educate yourself on what a rendering plant is. It is not a plant that grows in the ground. It's not even a foliage. It's actually an industrial plant, and it's where a lot of animal products and byproducts in our cosmetics and skincare products come from. So that's a challenge for you. That's not what we're going to ask you to do for fun and to pay it forward.
No, don't
but it
do
really
that
is
for fun.
because they say
or with
that,
your
yeah.
kids around.
No,
because it's
yeah,
not.
and they say the average woman ingests 6 pounds of rendered plant in her lifetime. Now you have to go check it out.
Yes.
Key ingredients that Arbonne, that certified clean. We talked about those toxic chemicals in most cosmetics, or the majority of them. Certified clean, our ingredient policy falls within not the European guidelines of 13. We've banned over 2,000 chemicals that Arbonne has found either toxic, dangerous, or even remotely possibly having an issue or an adverse effect for the user. So proud about that.
Yes.
And cruelty-free. Guys, we have the cruelty-free certification, but you can have the cruelty-free certification, but it doesn't mean all of your ingredients are not animal products or tested on animals. We are cruelty-free, but we do not test on animals, and none of our ingredients in our ingredient policy and any of the products that we have been tested on animals. Arbonne goes the distance to make sure. So just because a company says it is doesn't necessarily mean it is, because it could have ingredients that have been. We are 100% true.
And I think that certified vegan, that really speaks true to that.
Yep, for sure. So cleaner formulas, which is what we talked about, plant-based, we're vegan, so Jen's going to talk a little bit more about some of the misconceptions of plant-based, clean cosmetics. And then we also have bonus benefits like sun protection, and we have makeup that is a defense to environmental aggressors. I mean, Arbonne has thought ahead. There's anti-aging elements in these things, and then so age-defying ingredients.
It goes along with that pure, safe, and beneficial. You know, it's pure, it's safe, but it's also beneficial. And you know, our plants are botanically inspired, meaning that they're plant-based. And a lot of times, you know, I feel maybe people think because they're plant-based, they don't have really the effects that you can get from, like, say, you know, a mall makeup store or you know, a name brand makeup
fashion
store.
Brand
yeah,
or whatever.
Fashion brand, exactly. But they really do, like Terry said, they have the bonus benefits. They protect against, you know, they have age-defying ingredients in them, and they really are, you know, vegan formulas and just really, really good for your skin. So we have some of our products out here from the cosmetic line, and we do have, you know, every cosmetic product that you could possibly think of. I mean, we have foundation, we have mineral powders, we have lip gloss, there's mascara, and what I love about, you know, going in that pure, safe, and beneficial is our mascara, it promotes growth, so it can promote hair growth for your lashes, and also strengthens them. So that goes really in that benefit, again, is that, you know, you're not just using mascara to use it, you know, it really is benefiting your skin or your eyelashes or whatever.
And they're clinically tested. Our mascara, Arbonne does that as well.
Yeah, I mean, the eyeshadows, and there's a glow. I'm not like huge makeup user, so
it's a highlighter and a low light.
Yeah, it just gives everything.
We have a CC cream. The CC cream is super. You might know it as a BB cream. Ours is a CC cream, and our new one is now pollution defense. So again, protection from
with
the
a
environment.
Sunscreen in it, and the tinted with sunscreen in it as well. So yes, I love that one from the Prep Work line. So yeah, did you want to add anything else to the?
No, just I know for me, I was kind of a makeup snob. I was a label snob before Arbonne, and I felt like if it didn't have a brand name or it wasn't in a fashion magazine or being used by the latest and greatest makeup artists and that it wasn't good. And really, it was the last thing I transitioned into when I started my Arbonne business 12 years ago. And today, I use nothing but Arbonne Cosmetics, and I get asked all the time what I use. And so Jen mentioned it, but I want you to know that a clean, pure, safe, beneficial product works, and you can get the same look and the same drama, and you can get the same...
Yeah, you can go out, you know, a glam night and get a full glam look. You can get an easy day look, you know, just really simple and natural. But yeah, you can really pull And there's a huge product.
Everything that you have in the makeup world
Yes.
out there today, we have as well. And I don't think people really know how extensive our makeup line is.
And I love that too, is that when you're using your makeup and that beneficial, you know, it can have that anti-aging. So I mean, you really don't think about, you know, when you put on your face powder or your foundation, that it really can have those anti-aging properties in it as well. So yep, great stuff. So we have our challenge for today. So this is challenge number 3, and we are challenging you to pay for coffee for the person behind you in line, or something. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be coffee.
I hope I'm behind you in line.
Oh yeah, then I'll just go stand behind you.
Even though I'm not drinking coffee right now.
But even, you know, picking up the tab for, you know, somebody at the restaurant, or, you know, single mom. I mean, I love that. Veterans, things like that. So just kind of picking up the tab, and you don't even really have to say anything, but, you know, just so they know. And so that's our challenge for you, and we love to hear your comments. Share your challenges that you're doing, post pictures, and we love to hear how that's going for you.
Can I add one more thing?
Yes.
I really think that I want to just close with this, but Arbonne has been around for 38 years. Our founder, Pater Mork, over 40 years ago, decided that he wanted to bring a cleaner, safer, botanically based product to the world. And 40 years ago, no one really even talked about these things. And so he was forward thinking then. And so here we are 38 years later, and we're just getting better, but we're providing the world with the cleaner, safer products that it needs.
And then the knowledge too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
So, I'm good. Are you sure?
No.
Okay, so that is our challenge for you today. And we love to hear from you. So you can find us on Instagram at Clean Living Chicks. We're on Facebook as Clean Living Chicks, and we're also on YouTube as Clean Living Chicks. And I'm Jen.
And I'm Terry, and we're the Clean Living Chicks.